But if you cede ground and you stand by and do nothing, as these phonies, O'Malley and his clan of buffoons in the State House, overtake our state, you are making a catastrophic error. And it doesn't apply to anyone in this room because you showed up, but your neighbors complain. You better ask them the simple question. What are you doing? Not what are you talking about? Because if you're going to sit on your ass while we're out here working our butts off, you haven't earned the right to say a damn thing. Matter of fact, I'd rather you stay home. The new rules are we win, you lose. Okay? We're not having your moral debates, ethical victories anymore. Listen, our morals or ethics are saving lives with pro-life judges, saving our businesses, saving our wallets, saving our families, saving our health care, saving our education system. And you know what? If this dude in the White House is going to get it done, I don't give a damn where his dipstick's been for the last 50 years. Don't care. Don't care a little bit. Zero. That's how much I care. Zero. Nothing.
I have to do zeros like this now. Because I used to do zeros like this, but I found out through the liberal media that somehow this means like a white power symbol now or something. I thought it meant okay or zero, but the media says, no, I'm serious, like these idiots in the media will tell you. So now I do zeros like that because I'm like afraid of some media idiot. These people are crazy.
I was on CNN with Don Lemon, and Donald Trump had made a comment about Second Amendment supporters, and a couple people on the segment thought that Trump was insinuating some kind of a threat against Hillary, which was beyond absurd. So as a Secret Service agent, I was like, guys, this is just the dumbest segment ever. And me and Don had a blowout.
You're a TV guy. You don't know crap about this, Don. You're a TV guy. Don, I'm trying not to break down in laughter. This conversation's almost broken into the comical realm. It's clear what he was suggesting. I mean, he clearly, I had to read through his exact comments in the Washington Post today twice when I was asked to be on the show to try to find out what exactly the controversy was even about.
Okay, let's play it again. Stand by, Dan. Let's play it just in case you're confused. Let's play it again.
No, I'm not confused. Listen, we can disagree about how imprudent he worded that, but to suggest that he was calling to violence means to me that you came into this with the idea that Donald Trump was calling to violence. Let me make the case afterwards. You didn't come into this with a clear and open mind. Listen, I endorsed Cruz in the primary campaign. I'm not a Trump surrogate. I'm supporting him now.
Dan, what you're saying right now makes no sense.
You're talking to me as if I'm a child when 12 years of my life I was a Secret
treating me as a
agent,
child because you're telling me what I'm supposed to hear. And you're sitting here on television lying to the American people.
You don't know crap about this, Don. You're a TV guy. I was a Secret Service agent. Now cut off my mic. People who believe in the Second Amendment should absolutely vote against the gun grabber, Hillary Clinton, 100%. And whatever you need to say within the realm of reason to motivate people to get out and vote, yes, you should do that. You're like Captain Talking Point, and then you throw it back at me. Your insults
What's my talking point? Tell me what my talking point is, Dan.
If people pay their fair share, if corporations and the ultra wealthy, if we reverse the tax bill but raised our corporate tax rate to 28%, if we do those two things and also close some of those loopholes, that's $2 trillion right there. If we implement a carbon tax, that's an additional amount of a large amount of revenue that we can have. And then the last key, which is extremely, extremely important, is reprioritization. Just last year, we gave the military a $700 billion budget increase, which they didn't even ask for.
Yeah, Pete, she's also speaking for people who don't read books because almost nothing she said in that clip was factually correct. At what point is she going to go on the air and say something that is factually correct? Well, this is now, what, 100 interviews where she's flubbed something big? Yeah, that's just a genius tweet. Yeah, we're weak on borders. We want a border wall. That'll definitely weaken up the border. Weaken on family values. That's a fascinating new twist. Why would you even write that? She doesn't even understand basic facts, by the way. That when she says the thing about fair share, you know, the top 1% of earners pay 40% of income taxes. Think federal income taxes. Think about that. 1 out of 100 people working their butts off out there is paying 40 cents of every dollar. The top 20% of earners are paying up 70 to 80%. Now, by the way, new rules on talking about the economy since Trump is in office, and I want to thank him for this. One, we're not apologizing for hard work anymore. Number two, we don't owe you a dime more, Captain Federal Government. Not a dime. Every time we give you a dollar, you waste it. You flushed our Social Security down the toilet. You ruined the education system. You're drowning us in $20 trillion in debt. We're not giving you any more money. You hear what we're talking about? New rules. New rules.
My mom taught second grade until she was 70 years old, and she always told me, if you do something wrong, you don't tell the truth, to weaponize this, to politicize it. And I just think it's wrong for our economy, and it is also wrong for our work with the rest of the world.
Dan, your reaction?
I wake up every morning like, thank God I'm a conservative because I don't have to lie to people. I don't accept that, and you shouldn't either. She made that up. Donald Trump offered them a deal on DACA. He offered them a deal. You give us the wall, we'll give you your DACA, which I didn't even agree with, by the way. But Amy Klobuchar going on a national television program and claiming that deal never happened and that Republicans have no solutions on immigration laws. And do you understand, guys, that's a lie? Amy Klobuchar is not ignorant. She's a bright woman. Yes. And I wish she was. If she was dumb, you could say, oh, don't worry. She just doesn't know. She does know better. She's very smart. She knows what she said on immigration is an absolute lie. What the heck is a full semi-automatic, as that guy said in the clip? What is that? A full semi-automatic? I've never seen such a thing.
Dan Bongino, running for Congress in Maryland. The government is being used as a weapon to destroy people right now.
Yeah, we're in a lot of trouble. The president sees government, and I think it's because of his lack of experience and maybe community organizing in the past as like this shiny new toy, which for all the disagreements I had with Clinton, Carter, and Bush, there were always limits. There was that line you just didn't cross. We cross it seemingly every day,
Every day.
Catch is not if we're doing something wrong. Are your private wrongs impacting on my civil liberties? If not, the government has no business in your life. We're all doing, it's a red herring. If you're not doing something wrong, the question is only when your private wrongs that had no effect on anyone else become exposed for the government's benefit.
Can't have a society where they keep saying everybody has the right to be believed. Okay, granted, but does that mean that the be accused doesn't have the right to defend themselves too?
Sure.
That seems utterly absurd. But I don't go into an NFL stadium and go, make America great again, Trump 2020. Why? Because it's not the place for it. It's a football game. But you, who are getting paid millions of dollars, had to do that to me, and I'm not watching. Don't care. I don't care what they do. The NFL's dead to me. Well, he was making s'mores over at MSNBC is a freaking embarrassment. And I think I blocked him on Twitter. I think I'm going to unblock Olbermann just to send an insult his way on Twitter for that stupid tweet.
You need to write this down because this one's going to blow your mind. Any of you read the dossier? You haven't, right? Not many people have. You should. If you haven't read the dossier, don't you worry. Because the dossier was already written back on April 17th of 2007. You're like, what do you mean? I don't get it. It's 2017, right? No. I didn't get that wrong. It's written right here. In the Wall Street Journal. On April 17, 2007. Who's the author of this critical Wall Street Journal piece? Glenn Simpson and Mary Jacoby, his wife. Glenn Simpson, the purveyor of Fusion GPS. The article is called, How Lobbyists Help Ex-Soviets Woo Washington. Folks, I dare you to take a moment and read that piece. Put it next to the dossier. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. It's the same story. It was written 11 years ago. Glenn Simpson clearly had this information about Russian influence in Washington. He wrote 10 years ago. Read the names in the article. You know who appears in this article? Paul Manafort, all of these players. So what likely happened after Plan A collapses is they say, listen, let's go to the FISA court and do this legally, but we need evidence. We don't have evidence. Don't worry. Hillary Clinton's got a guy at Fusion GPS, says he's got a story to tell. Ladies and gentlemen, Glenn Simpson took his Wall Street Journal piece like it was a movie script, scratched out the names, put Donald Trump's name in there and said, look, do I got a story for you guys? It's all BS. The whole dossier is crap. Read the article. It's a movie script they recycled. It's a fairy tale. It's an Aesop's fable. It's made up.